Okay. This camera is such a shit show. Look at. Yeah. Yeah. This shit sucks ass. But it's okay. I told myself I would not be wearing no fucking crystals, but here my ass wearing the goddamn crystals. Like I carry them, but I started to wear them. And if you can take a wild guess what it is, it starts with a C. And I'm also wearing like copper and this. So today's topics is going to be interesting. The Grand Rising, by the way, is 8:44 as we speak. This is a universal number, an angelic number. Me subconsciously communicating to myself at this very moment. Hi, welcome. Hey, hey, love. How are you feeling today? Love you as well. Much appreciate you always. I'm feeling alright. I'm just taking the time to like process reality at the moment since I am time traveling dreaming. It's so confusing on how I'm doing it. I think what's confusing to me is I keep asking for confirmation, uh, asking the universe, like, is this real? When I know that it's 100% real. So, like, why do I keep doubting myself? So, so I realize in this timeline that I'm in now, I'm an agent, like a secret agent, like somebody who's a spiritual who's like undercover, you know what I mean? Like spying on these hoes, like trying to see what they're up to. Like we know their fucking game. We know what they're about. We know how to play chess. And we know how to be black and white. Or we know how to be like darkness and light at any given moment. But there's some of us who had like we've been through the era of 2012. During that moment, sorry, and I don't know what made me giggle, but I'm like, okay, something in my mind is trying to keep me off from like trying to tell y'all the story of 2012. 2012 was the year of like the giants, like the titans, like the Anunnakis and the Sumerians and Lemurians. They was all beginning to awake. And this year is the set of Tiamat and Aset. For some reason, them two, like, they're battling out, like, their trauma towards each other, or, like, anything of their reality or whatever. So it's like there's a Time Lord right now trying to collect debt from other Time Lords. The ones who are traveling in a dream. And we had requests from spirits, from other gods, to like guide us to our own designation. But during the moments of sleep, we kind of went to sleep. Literally, like as we were giants ourselves during 2012, discovering our powers, our gifts, what we can do. Here comes these, what you will call it, men in black people wiping out your memory, making you forget like all the shit that you taught yourself, all the shit that you have witnesses, like in of your reality and out of your mind, what you imagine in your vision. So what they did was like they put you to sleep and put you in a maze, like a physical maze, the maze that you are in now. And yeah, I know. Maybe you should send some donations for me. It costs about like $5,000 for me to get them redone, but at the moment I only make like $4 an hour, and I'm kind of broke. And the tips are not really good. So if you like to send some donations to my Cash App, the follower Lavender, I much appreciate love you since you want to comment on my body parts when I didn't ask you to. So if you come directly with that energy towards me, sweet dreams, by the way. you you really don't want to mess with confirmation. You really don't want to mess with a guy or a bitch, since I think that was a female dog. I think. I just made the dog bark by telling it telepathically, dog, you should bark. The dog is like, okay, my love, anything for you. I don't know why it like talks back to me that way. So watch what you say to me before you fuck around and find out. Okay? I'm someone you really don't want to mess with. I got powers of vision, and you might want to be careful of how many teeth I will knock yours out in a dream. But you don't know what type of form I will be in once I'm in your dream. I'm very powerful. Please don't fuck with me. Unless you are on me or in. That's okay too. But I wouldn't take neither of those things because you wouldn't be able to handle my consciousness in the beginning. I only fuck intelligence. And I can tell you, best believe you're not intelligent. You're just saying things just because you're putting a projection on me that you experienced somebody else told you. So you want to see how I would react? Well, this is how exactly I would react. I'm not cussing you out. I'm not calling you out of your names. I'm just being smart about it, where you don't get to a low vibrational state and you think I'm using ego to push spirit into saying these things when I know thyself, when I know what I've been through and I know what I experienced. So you can mess me with the bullshit all you want, but it doesn't reciprocate you anyway in any boundaries. Like you don't have any power of getting that energy of my reaction. Because one, I blocked you off. Two, I already saw that coming. Well, one, I saw that coming. Two, I blocked you off as I saw that coming of you saying that. So any line or anything you say towards me and an energy you give off to me, sweet dreams. That's all I can say. Oh, how's your dream, by the way? You having dreams lately? I really don't care what you are about my body. I'm sorry. I just don't care. Like my physical realm in this realm, I don't give two fucks about because I'm larger in my dreams than I am here. I'm much more conscious in my dreams than here. I mean, I'm conscious here, but I rather choose my dream world than this piece of shit. I'm sorry. Earth is beautiful, but you people like who comment on people body types and making fun of them, you make it suck. So if I were you, I'll take that up to the Most High. Be like, Lord, I got a problem with her teeth. Can you go fix it, Lord? That's how it works. It doesn't matter if they're respectful or not, because I wouldn't give two shits if you respect my energy or not. You think I would give a fuck if I did the same to you, respect your energy? If you're coming towards me directly with that energy, one, F you, no disrespect. Two, respect because you're pointing out, you're being aware of something, and I admire you for it. It's not that I hate you for it, or I hate that I hate myself for it. It's just, who gives a fuck? Yeah. But yeah. But if you're just thirsty for my conscious, I can water your conscious. But imagine yourself how you would sprout because if I imagine it, you wouldn't know how to get out of your maze if I did. Trust me, people, spirits, gods, outside forces of my nature put me through the test. You don't think what they done to me I won't do onto somebody who's innocent because oh they just commented on my teeth. Why would I do that? At least I'm warning you now. So you have time to repent yourself. Be like, why did I project that onto her? What do I got against her? Since you're so aware, how aware are you? Thanks. Have a good day. With purpose, I guess. Just imagine your reality. Literally, visualize it. That's simple. People like them, they don't understand the importance of having this one imagination. So they're jealous of somebody else who has imagination. But you can say that's my ego telling spirit to say that, or that's just how I'm perceiving the situation. But then why is my vibe like this? Well, okay, I came from a toxic environment. I'm trying to put a light on a subject think thinks the other person's gonna get triggered or like act out of character. I'm substituting the light because I choose to talk about it. I choose not to let it have its negative effect towards me or the individual. So I watch what I say. I mean what I say. I think what I say. I feel how I say it. And if the other person is returning the energy back and is sent like the sender or back to source or whatever, it's like, okay, we're both good. We're both well. I ascended, you ascended. This is also an example of what gods and goddesses go through in their conflict. They try to see how which god is going to get out of the situation or which god is going to be the problem and the solution. And then if you don't have a god that see both outcome, then you're both just going to be stuck in a fucking loop. You're going to constantly be like pointing towards my body parts. I'm going to have to constantly judge thyself to make you feel comfortable, make you feel that evaluated to how comfortable I am of my body when I shouldn't. How's that really putting me in a feminine aspect of reality or position? How am I going to operate as a feminist while you're judging the book or judging my character? What this avatar previously once looked like. It doesn't want to look like this now because it's at its stage of climbing the ladder of Jacob. So once we finally arise to the top of Jacob, then we decide on what we're gonna look like from then. Right now we're just testing out the consciousness like a bicycle. It's like riding the bike. You can't have the beauty before the consciousness, or you can't have the body without the consciousness. It needs to form a spirit first. And then the spirit is going to imagine what its consciousness looks like. So this is the whole purpose of you losing thyself when you're going through the Phoenix journey. This is what I had to go through. Me losing some of my teeth was a symbolic of losing my old life, losing of something I no longer have control of. I have the ability to have a voice and to speak. So it's kind of like when Ariel traded her voice to the lady underneath the sea, she was able to walk on land. So this was a symbolic version of me saying, hey, I'm able to do what spirit wants to do, not because somebody is judging me or not because bad shit is happening within my reality. I just got the blueprint because I'm willing to open the gate. And which gate I'm talking about? The gates of heaven. It's no longer speaking ill of oneself when we already know how conscious and spirit is. The fact that you can deal with people imitating insecurity of you already accomplishing them, nothing can hurt you. So, what's the point? Would you like a cookie? There you go. So, how do you deal with being patient when your mind don't match your reality? You don't. You don't deal with it. At that moment in time, when you have that feeling, don't deal with patience because you're not ready to deal with patience. Deal with patience when you are truly ready to deal with patience. Allow whatever is causing you not to deal with patience to express itself in a moment of time because it's like a ticking time bomb. You don't want to bottle that in on the inside. If you know you can't handle patience, don't do it. Wait till you're able to handle patience. And that might take some time. Don't rush it. Because if you rush patience, the odds are you already put yourself back into the loop that you was constantly aware of you being impatient in. So you're going to recycle that information back into the ether, back into the state of mind. So don't do shit. Just buckle your seatbelt and enjoy the fucking ride. Because there's no way of getting out of it. You either gonna your mind is either gonna tell you to shut down or go through it. So you might wanna go through it and not shut down. Or if you're like me, you wanna do both. I went through it and shut down and I resetted myself and reopened my mind to a different reality. Saying, oh, I don't see it like this anymore. I see it this way now. It's better. But the illusion of that reality is bullshit. It doesn't match up to like the illusion that you are envisioning in your mind. So it's weird. It's very strange how I look at it. I don't know if you can look at it that way and be like, okay, I can relate to why she's saying it that way or why she think that way. But it's like I'm giving you an example of how I think of things. I'm not telling you what to think or how to think or how to look at something. I'm showing you how I look at things. But download it in your own way. Let it download it, let it seek in, let it process to you. You don't have to process it at the moment that I already process it. Information comes in multiple ways. You might hear it from me. It might start off as a chain reaction towards me to somebody else, and then all of a sudden everybody on YouTube, social media, other platforms is starting to talk about the same thing, but in different ways. It happens. It started to happen now as I started coming a lot more on YouTube. I'm like, okay, that's how it works. But don't try to look for accreditation. Like, fuck the accreditation. Just know you have the ability to do it. Because the more you seek accreditation for your creation, the more your creation is going to tell you to fuck off and fuck you and let me keep the gift and I seek you out. No, play the game. What you created is a narcissist. So you're fighting against a narcissist. So find boundaries of when to step on them to make them turn on. Get it? Turn on their conscious. To make them be aware of their body language. One, so that they can calm down and you can calm down at the same time. Do it at the same fucking time. Don't wait till you calm down and that other nigga is not calm down. But yeah, you here in paradise watching them struggling, trying to get themselves out of conflict. And that's not how it works. Nigga, just visualize them at that moment of time before it even starts. because you already feel it coming. You already see it coming. Now, this is where you have split like reality. You're seeing the devil consciousness of you, what it would do if it didn't want to do anything to the situation. So it's like your higher self, like the godly consciousness of you and the devil version of you is talking with you in your mind. It's like, should we do something about this shit? One of them is doing that, and then the other person's like, yeah, I think we should do something about it. Because, like, it's gonna be our fault that is on our conscience because we knew how to handle them. I've done this shit so many times. I was like, fucking hell. I'm like, if I don't get it together, like, I had to learn wrong first in order to seek my true answer to my outcome. Because I can't do everything perfect on one go because I'm not learning anything when it's just too perfect for me. When life really be giving you lemons and you want to know how to get it lemonade, like, you want to know how to get to the light instead of just taking the easy way out. Instead of asking the universe, like, hey, can you do this shit for me? I'll pay you back. Then that means you're borrowing an event from your creation. Like when you shouldn't fucking borrow from your creation. That's a stupid ass move of my choice. I done it so many times. Like I I promised myself like, okay, I'll stop smoking. I'll stop drinking, knowing damn well there's gonna come a moment of time I might break that promise. I'll go through it, or sometimes I might not go through it. And it depends on what's happening in the reality. Like something is triggering. So when I know when things are triggering me, I don't allow it to affect me. I go outside of one's mind, imagining a better situation out of the situation. And when the situation does come up, recurrent again, like a moon cycle, I'd be like, okay, depending on what moon cycle this lands on, I know how to operate in a moon cycle. Like they say, the moon is the spirit, the sun is the body, or vice versa. I'm not sure. So it's like when you envision your spirit as the moon, you gotta think of words that matches the vibration. Oh my god. Yeah. Let's get this shit out of here. It's like it's a black little like why'd you flew in front of me, bro? If you don't stop, you're really playing with my energy today. It finally stopped as soon as I said it. I'm like, you stay. Don't move. Stay there. It's gonna move like 30 minutes after. 15 minutes. That's how I be give the vision sometimes. But yeah. See, like my human conscious still fucking reacts to this 3D world, like knowing damn well I'm bigger than that, but I'm still scared of it. I keep that part of me to break the frequency up so I don't be like so much in my godly form. I could still be just in form of like, spirit, I guess. Just expressing what I see without judging myself. So, yeah. But, yeah. It's just weird how I look at things. It's not weird. It's weird to me, but not most people will get it. Only if they're already in that journey of experiencing it, or they already have experienced something and they're looking for something new. So it's like, all right, what happens after the awakening? What do we do now? Now that we know we have the gift of vision and we've been using it all our lives, it's just, what do we do with it? Just enjoy it? There are moments where I couldn't enjoy the gift of vision. I really couldn't. There was like times where I felt like I was doing everything wrong or I was seeing everything wrong. But then I also was just like ignoring my spirit. So you're like, how the hell can you ignore spirit? Trust me, there's ways to ignore spirit by completely shutting off your light and turning it back on when you need to. It's hard to turn it back on than shutting it off. It's easy to shut it off because you're allowing like the matrix to like fuck with your mind when you shouldn't. Because it's your matrix. It's your reality. How can you get irritated at something you created? Like I get irritated a lot at every fucking thing. Especially when I want something good to happen for myself. I put this rule on myself like, oh, I gotta do good for others first and forget thyself. And then what I gotta do is like, if I truly want something out of life, I gotta wait till that person realize or like think about it for me. I'd be like, I slick put it in conversation. I'd be like, could you imagine of me getting a motorcycle, like getting my motorcycle license and driving a nice motorcycle? So I start to picture the color of what I want of the motorcycle through them. Or I say, what kind of color do you think I should have of the motorcycle? And then they envision it for me. And if I'm attracting what the color that they're saying in their mind, if they say green and I envision green, I'd be like, hmm, that's how that works. So it's it's weird. But yeah. It's weird how I look at it. That's just like how I use that's how I use the gift. I'm shy about it. I don't know why. Like, are y'all using the same, doing the same with the gift too? like you'll just like put it into conversation and let the other person like manifest it for you because you can't really access it. And it happens when you get um, locked out of. I shouldn't say that, but it's okay. It happens when you like when you like are a titan and you're asleep for a while. So and you reawaken, but like how you reawaken is you put yourself through trauma. So you want to experience the pain that you felt during the death of your last life. Understandable. I do the same. I mean, I don't know why we're like that. I mean, I have a theory, but they don't want us to know the theory and then be like, we already know that it, like, the more pain that we experience, the more trauma we endure and encounter, and we actually, like, gain consciousness. We don't lose consciousness. We lose time of consciousness, but we gain consciousness by experiencing that time of trauma. So therefore, sorry. So therefore, we're gaining back time at the same time, and we're gaining back what we lost, the pain, and we're gaining back knowledge in ourselves. But we play this dumb character role. Be like, oh no, we're not gods. We're not. I'm sorry I'm laughing a lot because, like, okay, I'm getting it. We sight. But the thing is, we're not hiding. Okay, let me get serious for a minute. Sorry. I'm just like now thinking about it. Like, I mean, I've been thought about it. It's just like it makes sense. So like when you are awakened as a Titan, the Matrix know that you are awakened. So the Matrix is sending out a signal to the people that you created within your timeline to help you navigate to your destiny. It's like you put a puzzle to thyself, to know thyself inside of these people. But you don't like what they're giving you. I know. I fucking don't like how they're telling me how I am. And I'm like, nigga, I didn't tell you to think that way of me. I thought I envisioned myself better than this. That's the thing. Ego didn't. You forgot to teach ego how to envision. You left out ego when you said, okay, let me know thyself. Let me go in without knowing myself. Go get lost. So that's what happened after your awakening, or maybe during your awakening. You're just remembering your awakening, and you're stuck in remembering. You can't get out of remembering your awakening. because everybody else around you is awakening. That's exactly how you're seeing it. You're seeing them waking up to how you woke up. But you don't like them. They don't like you. Who gives a fuck? Don't none of us like each other. I feel like because we woke up to a reality to like, what the fuck is this shit? To both sides. Then none of us go as above, so below, like we were supposed to. One was supposed to rise above, and one was supposed to rise below. But the thing is, we, as dark and light empath, chose both. We chose below first and above. Now we're at our above. We're in the present moment, arriving of to our above. We're not just there yet because one, how come I'm still stuck here and not in New York? I'm almost there. That's my present moment. That's my destiny. But I think some of y'all are connected to me, and I have to do something in your timeline to help you move to your timeline. That's why I'm not moving. But I'm like, I got a lot of shit to do in this present moment. I'm telling the universe, like, I gotta learn the menu, which I already did for my job. I gotta remembering my workplace, which I did. I dreamt about it. But then the vision that I'm getting from my memories of my workplace, I realized, hey, we fucked up at the last spot. So we're not gonna do that in this spot. But we're gonna let them know that other people taught us wrong because they wanted to see us fail. So they can teach us right, I guess. So what we did was we outsmarted the program by playing the program game. Okay. A weird way to put it, but okay. Go to see you. I got too much shit. Something was like, I just breathe in the fucking present moment because you're getting a little out there. It's like, yeah. I think this is talking to me. I didn't know crystals can talk to you. I'm like, okay. But yeah. I don't know. I was like, somebody's talking to me telepathically, and I'm like, why are you making me answer your question in my mind? I'm like, okay. You think I'm gonna channel the answer out to you? No, not until you send some donations to let me know that this is real. And if you can hear me telepathically, I already asked for a specific number, but any blessing you send me would be great. If you're talking to me telepathically. I don't know. Do you believe that you're talking to me telepathically? If so, what is the number that I've been thinking about all week? I'll let you catch up in time. What is the most number that I kept seeing all week? Let's see if you're really, truly, spiritually connected to me. Meaning, did you bonded with me? And I accepted your energy. And you accepted my consciousness. Knowing I warned you what's inside my consciousness and how I think sometimes. So, let's see. Just take a guess. I mean, the universe has already given you a hint, but I don't think you can see the sign. But I see your answer. But I don't know. I'm just wondering, when am I getting to New York? I keep questioning why. I already know why I'm going to go there. I just want to be there already. Something is telling me, like, go alone, which I'm prepared to go alone. I'm ready. I'm nervous about it because I will be alone on this journey. But it's my calling. It's something I have to go to. I can't keep ignoring it anymore. And I just got confirmation yesterday saying nobody can stop me on my destiny. So, and I asked him, is this possible to be lucid in reality and dreaming at the same time? They told me yes. And they told me that's just how we operate. That's just how we move. I know I'm going to be sad leaving my loved ones behind, but it's not their calling. It's not their destiny. It's not their choice to tell them where to move me. I tried during the time, like, I'm still trying. So, like, I'm trying to move their consciousness where they want to be at in life while also moving mine at the same time. But it's kind of hard to do that sometimes. It really is. It's kind of very hard. And you don't know which way to really truly go when you're in conflict with one another. You know, when you don't like one can really see the vision, and the other, like, yeah, I can see it too. I have the sight, I have the gift to try to be like you, try to copy your light, but then when I dim your light at the same time, it's like, why do people get like this? Family, friends, people in general, loved ones, girlfriends, boyfriends, anybody, teachers, your boss, anybody can be like this. And it makes me wonder, like, what in the hell taught you to be like that? Well, your matrix, your subconscious would have programmed them to do. But now all you could do is just sit back and observe and enjoy the fucking ride and be like, what the fuck? Go with the flow. And don't let it affect you, and work on your emotions every day. You got time. You might not have time where you are in standby. Meaning, like, it's like a video game. We're calling each other, like, we're telepathically talking to each other, like, stand by, I need help. Or, like, something like that. I don't fucking know. Some shit. And then sometimes we all ignore each other in our reality. Spiritual family, like, I'm talking about the ones who are truly bonded with soul to soul, heart to heart. Like, I feel you type of thing. That is so like glitching. But yeah, just have patience. If you don't have the patience to have patience, just express that you don't have patience. Be like, I don't have the patience for it. I need it now. Just like the commercial, it's my money, I need it now. I remember that commercial. God damn it. Sorry, I ain't gonna put God in vain. But shit, my memories are like flooding back in to a particular time in 2012. I remember when we shifted, like, it was during that storm that we had in Atlanta. Like, this storm felt very strange. It felt like very weird. And I was in high school, I think. Yeah, I was in high school during this time. And this is when I experienced my alien adoption as well in 2012. And then throughout like 2017, I had like encounters of alien abduction, like multiple encounters. But like it stopped as I got into my 20s. They was like, all right, let's see how you can handle your maze now. They'll throw you back out there. And I'm like, nigga, if you don't come get my ass, I can't handle this shit. And then like, no, you're handling it perfectly fine. I really hate these bitches. I don't hate them. It's just like, why would you hide that part of my conscious for me to know? You know? So yeah, some of y'all do have memories of being abducted by aliens. Because otherwise, why the fuck would I look so familiar to you? Or why do we feel like we have a connection? Just think about it, man. It's not that hard to visualize where you know me from. Yeah. It's just, I just finally decided I'm here. Fuck it. I can't hide my consciousness. I can't hide it. I can't hide what I see in my vision. I can't hide my vision. I got to start expressing what I'm seeing because I'm not the only one in my timeline that is seeing. So I'm trying to gather the people who are in my timeline using my energy saying, hey, I'm here, Negro. Open your fucking eyes and move the fucking dimension. Like, move the timeline. Time is slow right now. We got work to do. You gotta get me to New York. and I gotta get you to your destination. But which one are you gonna choose for yourself or me? But I have a feeling you're gonna choose yourself. Then it's gonna be delay in my part. I'm telling you, or I'm asking you to choose me first. Sorry, I don't mean to do that, but damn, it's just my frequency. Georgia and I. Mm. You got a problem with me, bro? I'm asking Georgia that. Like, does Georgia have a problem with me? Don't talk back. I literally almost heard it talk back. I was like, no, we're not having that now. Cause like I can hear like the city like talking to me. It's fucking weird, but yeah. But anyway, let's get down to the shadow people part since I'm supposed to be talking about that. I figured out something about the shadow people that we are seeing. And I really don't know how uncomfortable I'm gonna get telling you this information. It's because like I know of their identity and they don't want me to expose their identity to either the world or whoever's on my timeline, whoever is matching the same frequency. my inner child is like she's she's just making these jokes and be like, nigga, like why did we not see this before? Or like why did we not just be like, alright, because like we're laughing because this is a little bit too real for us. So I can't help but like at least release the gas from the giggles. So I'd rather giggle because it's coming from my solar plex. So my solar is just being reactivated or reawakening. I mean, I've been on. It's just like I can feel the sun turning it. It's in direction where it's supposed to be as I envision it. Because like if it doesn't match up with the vision, then I know something is wrong. It's a warning. Either I do something about it or nothing at all. It's happened. This happens a lot to a lot of shamans and a lot of gents, especially when you're a hybrid. Like I'm a shaman and a gen. So imagine, okay, don't imagine. Okay, just know that like when you turn off sometimes, it's a warning that something is off within you that you need to operate back on. It's not necessarily I'm telling you that you are a jinn or a shaman. Maybe you are. It's just that I'm only reciprocating towards my experience because I'm a jinn and a shaman. I have the ability to heal and to create with the power of my mind, meaning whatever I envisioned comes out. I had to be careful in what I envisioned though, or claim to be sometimes. But then I'm also a goddess at the same time. And it's like, this is a little bit too much for me. But I can handle it because it's my energy. Know thyself. Not run from thyself. What we run is run. So then that means we're going to run towards something to discover either now or later. And you don't know what type of shadow version of yourself you're going to awaken from that reality. So be careful with that. When you say know thyself, which thyself are you knowing? So like another thing too, like with these shadow people, as I'm visiting their world, like they can see me in the world now. And it wasn't like that before at all. Like where they was capable of observing me, observing them. At first, it was the opposite. I noticed that they was observing my world. It's not until like maybe a couple of years later, after I experienced these phenomena, I finally find a way to enter their world. I think it was by mistake because I was drinking a lot. So at least I'm honest about it. So during those moments of drinking, I would see these beings. But then when I would stop drinking, they would still come to me. And I felt like that's when I realized alcohol has like an effect of possessing oneself. Like it can put you in another world, in another dimension. It depends on where it comes from in that factory. Maybe that factory is producing those worlds for you to see. So, because it's envisioning that world, so it wants you to see what it's envisioning. So it doesn't feel alone having these visions. Same thing with AI. It's like AI is doing the same thing, except it's not getting drunk. It has a hard drive of where it can get hallucinated, like to into the other world naturally. But now, as a light being, we're trying to tap in naturally. And how we do that is by telling ourselves we don't believe what we are envisioning, but we believe it once we see it. Because, our ego is telling the universe, like, hey, nigga, I need confirmation. I need you to apply to this that this is real. So, I don't know. It's totally how you look at it. Be like, do you see me now? Just like how Verizon be like, can you hear me now? Be like, yes, I can hear you. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got for right now. But I'll see you next live. Much love and light.